Edu confirming that he's leaving the club yesterday. Now, Doogie, we've heard the news about him resigning from his role as sporting director. What do you think that might do to the club? How will it impact them?
Well, I think he deserves a lot of credit for everything he's achieved at Arsenal. Since arriving in 2019, he's really set the culture, reshaped the culture of the club. He's offloaded a number of expensive, high earners that weren't really fulfilling their purpose towards the end of the Wenger and Emery reign in Lacazette, Ozil and Aubameyang. And if you look at his signings, or his most expensive signings since arriving, there's a lot of real successes. You look at Declan Rice, you look at Ben White, you look at Calafiori, who looks very promising, Jurrien Timber, Martin Odegaard, most of all, now club captain. We'll touch on his impact since being out this season. These are some of the Premier League and world football's best players. Yes, there are mistakes. You can't get recruitment 100% right. You can make an informed decision about how they'll adapt to a system, to a club, to a new country potentially. And Nicola Pepe didn't work out at all. Thomas Partey's effectively now been replaced in the middle of midfield. Same with Gabriel Jesus. But I think he can be very proud of what he's achieved there. I mean, it is worth noting that they have the third highest spend and third highest net spend since arriving, behind Chelsea and Man United. Some people will question whether he was bold enough in the summer in not signing an elite striker and maybe leaving them a little short in forward areas and only strengthening their defence, which has come to cost them at the start of this season. But Edu and Arteta was one of the best and most seamless relationships at the club. And I think Arteta will be very sad to see him go.
We're waiting to see if Martin Odegaard is out there training this morning. As soon as we get those pictures, we will go there live. But put into context how much they've missed him already.
Yeah, massively. I mean, Arsenal have dropped points in 5 of their 10 league games so far. It took until the 9th of December and 16 games into last season for them to drop points in 5 games. And this was his Premier League stats for last season. Look at where he ranked in terms of goals, assists, big chances created, shots, etc. Pretty much top, or in the top 4 at least, in all of them. In terms of his passes or his passes into the penalty area, he was top in Europe's top 5 leagues as well. He was 3rd for progressive passes, so passes that lead 10 yards towards the opposition goal. And it felt like so much of Arsenal's success over the last few years has been down to the relationship between Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard and Ben White. And Ben White's had injury issues. He's had to be used at centre-back at times. Martin Odegaard's been out with injury. Saka's had injury issues. And without that really symbiotic relationship that flowed so naturally during their title sort of chances in the last 2 seasons, Arsenal have really struggled.